Alright, hello everyone. So today we've got a bit of a drama on my platform, so we're going to do this on a fresh one. Now this is gold, as you can see. Now with gold, I said yesterday was going to be a swing day. So on Monday we had a high and Tuesday went down. So two things can happen here. Because on Monday there was an expansion of the range coming in from Friday. See, this is, let me tighten this up. Okay, so that's Friday. Alright, and this is, as you can see, Monday, and then Monday market comes down and we're in Tuesday. So we have an impulse wave, okay, and now we've got a flag formation. Two things can happen. We're either going to go up, sweep the stops and come down, or we're going to break out, stick around here, come back for a good buy kiss, and then go up and continue on to the next swing day. Alright, so because today is not a swing day, all right, we have to be a bit careful. So if you want, what you can do, follow the impulse wave. Market comes back into a retracement. We've got an A, B, C formation happening. And from here, if we break out, it's got potential to go up. Now your first place, if it breaks out and you enter at a swing hour on the pullback, making a good buy kiss, your target should be there, 2,524. Because the high is about 2,526. There you go, 2,527. Okay, the market closed just above 2,526 on those bars. So what you want to do is, cover that trade around 2,525 or 2,524, or make that your first take profit. You can also cover the trade on your first stop loss like I do and follow that through. If you want to do so, your second target is there. And on the PST daily, yesterday we had 2,550. I think we can still eyeball that if it wants to move up. Okay, and that's the situation with gold. So 2,500, market's been buying. This is a swing hour today. Okay, in between those hours, market pulls down. Now we've got another swing hour. So if we break out, any pullback into a swing hour is legitimate to go up again if we're sticking around on the high end of the market. Okay, and that's that. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now this is the euro dollar on the daily. Remember, today we've got swing days on this. Okay, remember we've got today and tomorrow for the euro dollar. So what you want to do on today and tomorrow, just be mindful, because if we make a high, we can sell off again. Yesterday they sold off. Okay, the trend is still up, but we've got room to come back down to fill in some zones here. On the weekly, if I open this up, this is your zone, and that's your 61.8 on the channel. All right, so this is the zone. This is about just above the 50 zone, so we can still hit that 13 level. Okay, remember I said we've got 13 on the cards. It could still happen. But today and tomorrow are the swing days. So what you want to do is you need to wait for a reaction, because it could be today or tomorrow. So if you wait for that reaction, you're better off. Okay. And having said that, if the market comes up here and we see a nice reaction on the smaller time frame, like the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute, if you're trading smaller time periods at the swing hours, then a pullback is good to short it down again. Or if you want to simply short on the swing hours at these zones according to your technical analysis, it's also doable. If we go above 1.12, which is right there, and break above it, this is going to be a target zone. This is a nice impulse wave retracement coming back in there. Still a bit of gap to fill in there, which it hasn't already done. Maybe it'll do so with the news, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you can wait for the new setup, or you can just go with the flow. If it breaks above that, closes above that, any pullback is good to follow up into there. If you want to buy here, you can do a tight stop loss just under the low there. Okay, but just be mindful, there's still a bit of a gap from here to here, which puts the 38.2 on the radar as well. All right, so just do it at a swing hour if you're going to do that. Mind you, today 12 o'clock, I already posted the swing hours early in the morning. This is a 1 hour chart. If I turn this into a 15-minute, then you'll see we've got 12 happening right there. Okay, so market is there, and I did say 12 o'clock or 12:05 was a good hour, and that's your 12:05, 12 o'clock. All right. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now remember, the trend is still going up. As you can see, we're just going up and up and up on the weekly. Because we've got elections coming up, this could still go up. Okay, so we don't have any dramas there until the elections. They'll want to keep the market up. Nobody wants to go into the elections with a crashing market. So we still have a bit of room to go up. Now remember, with the indices as well, Monday was a swing day. And as you can see here, we had a sell-off here, and this was a zone here. So we're going to have to wait to see what's going to happen here. The market is definitely going to need to correct either after the elections or, you know, somewhere there, because it needs to come back, and then if it's going to go up, it can go up further. Okay, this could be a nice double top zone if we get a what can I say, a sign that the market is reversing. And then to sell may not be a bad idea. You could do that. If you sold yesterday, you should have been okay, because the swing hours, as you know, in the New York session, turn this into a 15-minute chart. Yesterday, okay, your New York session was about, I think it was 4:05, something around there. So that was it. Okay, if you sold off around here, you should have been okay. Or if you waited for a U-turn, you still should have been okay, as you can see. All right, so that's that. If the market wants to go up a little bit more, I think it can. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap there they want to fill, which is up to there. So if we get back into here, the market may want to sell again, and that's also okay. So if you want to take a depending on the news, remember the news hours I talked about, you can do your setup at 3:40, news coming out at 5 today, and the other one is 5:45. So 3:45, 5:45, they're going to be your setups. 5:45 can be a retracement. If that is the case, that's fine, because then you can retrace and enter in the direction. So let's say the market at 5 o'clock, market came down. Let's take a look at the news. I think we've got inflation news, right? Yeah, consumer confidence we have. Okay, so that's going to be, if it's bad, all right, then the market may push down. But you can see that came out good yesterday, and the market still took a fall. So, you know, in any case, selling the highs is a better option than trying to buy it. I'd wait for the news to come out, which is fine, because your 5:45 is a good hour. If you use that as a retracement, let's say we were up here, news came out, market pushed down, did a retracement into 5:45, you can sell it off. Okay, and that's that. Remember, Monday was a swing day. Okay, we don't really have a break of structure here if you take a look on the 1 hour chart. Okay, because that's really your swing zone here. Okay, where the market bought. So there's no really break of structure happening. But at the end of the day, it's still a sell-off. If you want to sell the retracement again, it's doable. Okay. If you want to buy into it, you want to buy into it in the New York session at 5:45. If it comes down, and here you've got market liquidity, and that's your goodbye kiss zone here. So if we start to sizzle upwards, it'll probably come up to here. You need to wait for the news for all the indices. US 30. Remember, yesterday was a swing day for this one as well. Market sold off, sweeping the stops above there. So we'll have to see how this thing will pan out. The market, as you can see, is still going up. So until we get an understanding that the market is turning, we can still say, you know, we're kind of going up. And that's the zone there. All right. So obviously no buying around here. That's the weekly. If I turn that into a daily, let's go here. If I turn this into a daily, this is where we're at. So this zone can still be a sell zone. Like I said, you'll have to wait for the news and then the setup for it. Nasdaq, same thing. Okay, this is a beautiful fall, as you can see. Okay, market coming up into our zone. There's a bit of a gap here, which I talked about before, which is there. In fact, I'm going to triangle it and I'm going to rectangle it in because it's here. Nope. Come on. There. Alright, so that's your gap in there. That's the manipulation bar here. Alright, so it could sweep up and still come down. So we still might have the market pushing up a little bit, which is fine. But this, as you know, was a resistance zone. Also last week, we're talking about swing days here as well. If you look at last week, you'll also see NASDAQ. It was Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. All right, so we had Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we had Friday. That's your Thursday. That's your Friday coming in. Now, so sorry, that's Monday. All right, that's yesterday. So that's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. All right, so we had on the NASDAQ Tuesday, Wednesday, this was it, and then the market fell off on Thursday. All right, and then we had Friday, which was from the lows going up. All right, so Thursday was the fall day, but Wednesday was pretty much the last high before the market crashed down. Okay, so what we can do is same here. Now NASDAQ is also same as the others, except it's got an additional day on, which you know about, so be mindful for that one. But if that holds, okay, if that Monday holds, then the market may push down and close that gap there. So depending on the new setup, we're either going to go higher, close the gap, and then on the swing days from here we can sell off. If it breaks above, you can turn that into a 1 hour chart. Just like with gold, if it pushes up and breaks up, then you can follow it into that zone, all right, which is that zone there, all right. But seriously, this is a place where they sold off. Okay, as you can see, the market has not closed below that swing. Okay, so they've swept this one. Okay, they haven't closed below that one either. As you can see, they've swept them fine, and we're pushing up, so that could be pretty much the way to go. We'll have to wait for the news and see how that pans out. So either going to push up into there, or we're going to come up to the highs, or maybe just below the highs, and then sell off again. In any case, with all the indices, I'm saying again, you got to wait for that reaction to happen, or you got to wait for price time to match. Just look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, right, Tuesday. All right, Tuesday. Saturday was a swing day, so that's Saturday there, market swinging. Now Tuesday is a swing day, so we might find ourselves coming down into this zone, all right, which I talked about before. Okay, so if the market comes back down here, this is going to be your buy zone in that bar, and that's the gap it needs to close there. Okay, so if it taps down here, and if it's a swing hour today, then Wednesday you can look for an up move as well. And that's basically how you can work on that. And because we're in the middle, you're going to have to wait for a pullback into a decent place, like a goodbye kiss, and then kind of buy into it. Don't muck around here. It's Tuesday, like I said, Tuesday is a swing day for this. If you want to wait for the end of until the end of Tuesday, then you can also do your setup on a Wednesday. So if it's Tuesday, comes down here, for example, mucks around here, Wednesday you can use it for a U-turn going up. Obviously, if Tuesday we start to break down, if we have something amazing, sudden, and we break down, then obviously, then you're going to have to wait for the next move to sell down because we crashed down. Okay. but the next day should still be a retracement. So let's say Tuesday went down and we broke below here, then Wednesday should have a retracement in any case, okay? Unless something drastic is happening and it's like really crashing down, which I don't see happening today. All right. And that's it. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to set up my platform back up into running normal, and then we'll carry on as usual with the PST indicator as well.